My top 5 NBA autographs under the age of 25 that you need to be investing in today. Number 1 might just surprise you. Plus, I'll give you a sleeper pick at the end of the video. Stick around to find out what's on this list. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. I am your host, Matt Powers of the Power Sports Memorabilia Show. Thank you again for joining me. If you guys can, please visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Give me a follow over there on Instagram at Powers Autographs. Also subscribe and like this video if you guys like this sort of content. So the NBA season is returning in July, and they are doing a weird little playoff system here. They're going to be having like 8 regular season games, and then of course they're going to be going into their playoffs here. And there is a lot of young superstars that are going to be in these playoffs. And it got me thinking, what would be the top 5 autographs of players under the age of 25? Okay, so 25 and under that I personally would be investing in, okay? So this is 25 and under before the end of the year here, 2020. So that takes Giannis out. He's going to be 26, so unfortunately he will not be on this list, so that's why you won't see him. Obviously, he's the good one you want to be getting to pick up here. But I've got 5 players you should be taking a look at, and then I'll also give you that sleeper pick at the end there. Ooh, let's see who that is, huh? So let's go ahead and start off with number 5, and number 5 is going to be TRAE Young, the point guard for the Atlanta Hawks. Let's talk about a little bit of pros with TRAE, and then we'll get into some cons on him. Only a second-year player with the Atlanta Hawks. Guy's averaging almost 30 points a game. Think about that, 30 points a game. You didn't even average 15 a game in high school. So this guy's doubling that up in the NBA as a point guard. I mean, that's just incredible. He is a Panini exclusive. Now, I happen to like athletes that are exclusives with other companies, and here's why. Number 1, it sets the price for the autographs, okay? And 2, it gives a ton of authenticity to his autographs. So you know where to go buy authentic autographs, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, just like Jordan with Upper Deck, LeBron with Upper Deck. So I like athletes, especially young athletes, that have exclusives. And you'll see a couple guys on this list that do have that. So, so that's why I'm going to be mentioning who the exclusives they are with. He's got a potential to be obviously a free agent in a couple years. And coming out of Atlanta, maybe going to a different team too. Say he goes to like a Chicago or a New York or LA or something like that. Huge growth potential for TRAE. Not to say Atlanta is a small market by any means, but Atlanta is not a very, very good team as of right now. But yeah, he does play in a big market in Atlanta, so that's a good thing to look at. He's a point guard, so he's going to have that ball in his hands all the time. So he's going to be on the TV screen a lot, and fans are going to be looking at his face, and people like that. Young kids are going to see that and try to emulate him, so his popularity is going to be big. And again, he's only 22 in 2020, and big Instagram following at 2.9 million followers as of the making of this video here. So the cons with TRAE Young are he just plays on a bad team. In NBA, and really in any autograph collecting industry or any sport, being on a good team is always a big, big positive because you're in the playoffs, you're winning World Series, you're winning Super Bowls, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what really drives up a player's autograph. Look at Patrick Mahomes, for example. Obviously, he won the MVP, big jump. Now he won the Super Bowl, big jump. So you want to collect guys that are going to be on good teams. Okay? Number 4, MORANT from the Memphis Grizzlies. Pros, he's Rookie of the Year candidate 2020. Panini exclusive. Again, another Panini guy. Point guard, he's got the ball in his hands all the time. He's averaging about 18 points a game here in his first year. Huge growth potential, and the reason being is he's got a lot of young talent on his team, so his team has a chance to be a really good team. He's got Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, just to name a few. He's got a big Instagram following, too, at 2.9 million followers. That's big because the NBA is way better at social media than the NFL and NBA are. And players with big social media followings obviously tend to be popular. So that's something to always look at when you're looking to invest in NBA players. Cons right now with him, he plays in a small market in Memphis, but that could change though, because if they make the playoffs and have some good runs here in the next year or two, that could change everything. And if he has a big second year too, that could outplay that Memphis bad city vibe there. So let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is one of my favorite players in the NBA. I think it's a hugely undervalued autograph. That's Jayson Tatum of the Boston Celtics, former Duke Blue Devil. Let's talk about some pros here with Jayson Tatum, averaging almost 24 a game in his second year. Plays in a great Boston Celtics team. Really talented team. I don't know if they are NBA championship material just yet, but they're going to be playoff bound for the next few years. Huge market in Boston. Obviously, Boston has some rabid fans. Big social following, 2.5 million Instagram followers. He is a Fanatics exclusive. And a pretty affordable autograph right now. Photos are kind of under $200, balls about $250, and then jerseys are about $400. So I think he's kind of undervalued. I think he's got, especially if he gets to an NBA championship, potentially wins one, you're going to see a big, big jump in Jayson Tatum's autograph. Some cons on Tatum. It was kind of tough to find. I was trying really hard to find some negatives on him. Granted, I said I am kind of biased a little bit to him because I do like him as a player. If anything, it could be kind of his shot selection, so it's kind of his game, really. That might actually slow his progress down. But other than that, there's a ton of positives with Jayson Tatum, especially being on that really, really solid Boston Celtics team there. Number 2, and this one might surprise you who I put number 2 here, and I'm going to tell you why here in just a second. But number 2 is Zion Williamson. Now, we all know Zion is basically the darling of the NBA. If you follow his card market at all, you know his card market is just absolutely crazy. And so maybe you're understanding why is he number 2 on this list. Well, let's talk a little bit about some pros here with him. He's got a fanatical following among NBA fans. I mean, people just absolutely love him. His game is super attractive there. I mean, people just love jumping out of the gym for being such a huge, big guy. And he's just a fun guy to watch play, especially in his limited time in the NBA. He's averaged only 24 points a game and only 19 games played. So 24 games so far in his rookie year. He's only 20 years old in 2020. He is a Fanatics exclusive. His full autograph looks great. I mean, that's something that really you need to look at when investing in guys is what does their autograph look like? And Zion Williamson's full autograph, when he spells it all out, is absolutely super cool. I don't know if you noticed that, but he was starting to smudge autographs because he's left-handed. So he started signing his last name first, and then he would do the Zion, which is actually kind of cool. I thought it was kind of interesting on his autograph. He's got 5 million IG followers. He's not super engaged on there. Doesn't have a ton of posts, but 5 million followers is nothing to be ashamed about. And he's not on a bad team right now. They've got some pretty good talent there with Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. So they've got the potential to be a playoff team. And, of course, like we talked about today, that is a big plus in the NBA. And solid card market like I talked about. You know, the card market and the autograph market kind of go together. So if you see the card market really picking up steam on some guys, the autographs tend to kind of follow as well. So let's talk about some cons on Zion Williamson. And this is kind of why I put him on this number 2 here. Is expensive autograph right now. It's about $500 for balls, $800 for jerseys. So there's potential for big growth there, but maybe not as much as if it was more of a Jayson Tatum style autograph as far as affordability goes. It can only be so much, too. I mean, LeBron's autograph's, way up here, and like I said, Zion's probably not going to be getting there anytime soon, but there's only so much, people can afford. You get out of that $1,000 range, and that puts you out of the realm of most collectors. Not much NBA experience just yet. Again, only 19 games played. Potential issues maybe with his weight. I don't really know. I mean, I played with some guys that were kind of heavy set like that, and they moved just fine. Shout out to my boy Jason Hardy, man, if you're watching. If he gets above 300 pounds, I'd probably be concerned. But he's moving pretty good, about 260, 280 range. So we'll see how that plays and how that affects his game in the future. And New Orleans is just not a huge market right now. So that could be a factor there. And they don't have a real huge storied history there. So it just depends on how that thing plays out with the team. If he makes the playoffs or makes an NBA championship, I mean, whoa, geez, the price is going to be way, way up there. So let's move on to my number 1 pick that you've got to have absolutely in your collection. And this guy's a no-brainer right here. LUKA DONCIC. Let's go some pros over him. Guy's averaging 20 points a game in his first 2 years. He's an established NBA superstar. He's probably the only guy on this list, I'd say maybe outside of TRAE Young, that's really an established guy. Like, this guy could be making all-star games every year from here on out. Rookie of the Year he won already. He was an all-star this year. 4.7 million followers on Instagram. I mean, going back to Zion again, he's got a huge card market. International player as well, being from Europe. He's only 21, Fanatics exclusive, so he's going to be signing autographs. Yeah, a fairly affordable autograph. I think the last retail price on his basketballs was $250. That's a great price for a LUKA. I mean, $250. You've seen what his autograph cards go for. Room for growth, I think, much more than Zion. I think he's got the potential, especially since he plays on such a good team in Dallas and the big market in Dallas. Again, if they get to an NBA championship and potentially win one, he's got Porzingis now, so that's a nice duo there. There could be a real big jump in his autograph. And he's always got the ball in his hand. The guy's averaging, I mean, seems like he gets a triple-double every other night or so. He's always got that ball in his hand, which is a big plus. So let's talk about some cons with him. He's got a bad autograph. His autograph sucks. It does not look great. It's not as cool as Zion's. So that is probably the biggest con there about it. But you know what? People don't really seem to care all that much right now. So let's get to my sleeper pick. And this one is kind of a one you probably thought about might make this list here. SHAI GILGEOUS-ALEXANDER. I love this guy's game. He is a very talented kid. He's 22. Averaging almost 20 points a game in his second year. Very affordable autograph right now. I was just checking out some jerseys there. I don't think they were officially licensed there, but you're looking at about $200 for jerseys. International player, of course, being from Canada. Played on Kentucky, so he's got that following as well. And he's on a very good Thunder team, and they're a pretty good team. I don't know how far they're going to be able to get in the playoffs there, but he's a very good team. And he's got the potential to become the man, either here or if he goes somewhere else. So really a big potential growth here. Cons for him, he doesn't play in a huge market in OKC, and he doesn't sign very often. I don't think I've ever seen him do an autograph signing. So there might not be much on the market right now. So determining an accurate price for him may be kind of difficult yet. I can see this guy signing an exclusive with Panini or Fanatics easy. Definitely somebody picking him up. So hopefully it helps you guys out with investing in some NBA playoff autographs for some guys who are under the age of 25. If you guys like this video, hey, give it a like, give me a subscribe to. Always putting out weekly videos for you. But comment below. Tell me, am I missing somebody here? What do you think about this list? Should Zion have been number one? Let me know. If you guys can, hey, visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com, and then also give me a follow over there on Instagram. Appreciate you guys watching. I will see you on the next episode.